Formula One United States Grand Prix qualifying has concluded, and huge upsets really in this for the top three with Max, Lando, and Oscar. The points getting closer and closer of Max actually reaching to the top, and with Piastri dropping points. So here we're gonna go and view here. Here we switch scenes here showing the bottom four. Isaac Hadjar, Alex Albon surprisingly did not perform well this weekend so far. He has placed 19th in qualifying. Placed actually pretty decent, never mind on the sprint. I think he placed 7th, I want to believe. Lance Stroll 18th and Esteban Ocon 17th. That's pretty much expected from all those. Hadjar for me is contended to be Rookie of the Year, and Albon, with his performance in Williams over the years, you expect him to play in that top level, sort of how like Sainz has been doing these past couple races. Bortoleto was 16, Franco Colapinto with a 15, not getting Pierre Gasly just getting the edge of his Alpine teammates. Then there's also Liam Lawson 12th, Nico Hulkenberg 11th, Fernando Alonso getting 10th, Carlos Sainz a 9th place finish, or a 9th place in qualifying. Berman really looked really good today. Had a lap time deleted and also had a 10-second penalty in the sprint race a few hours ago. Kimiantonelli with 7th. Oscar Piastri just didn't have the qualifying in him. Zach Brown was speaking of how his drivers, how were they feeling and stuff like that. Lewis Hamilton getting 5th, George Russell 4th. Charles Leclerc had P2 until Landonorris reached it, and then Max Verstappen clinches it with not even completing his final lap because he just missed it. He went out too late. He was waiting there. So wrong scene. Pretty much we get from this is you can't count Max out. People, of course, I said myself, the difference is like what, 50 points or what. So, but if Piastri keeps dropping points like that, why not counting a Max? Max just won sprint race, or just first in qualifying. He's probably gonna win this race, and then you have Piastri and Lando dropping points into qualifying. That's 8 points for Max catching up. That would have been huge for Lando as well. And then now in the qualifying, him placing 6th. Not saying that's where he's gonna finish, but Ferrari seemed a lot better. Not great, but they have a little bit more pace in them. And then George Russell also, he was batting out with Max in the sprint and stuff like that there. So I'm really excited for this race. It's gonna take place in midday, so it's gonna be pretty hard for me to watch it. But my predictions here is I think Max is gonna take it home. I want to see Charles in the podium. You just need something from Ferrari because recently it just has not been it for Ferrari at all, really. And then also Lando, if you want to win that championship, you got to perform. This is the moment. Piastri is a few cars behind. You got to show why you got to be world champion. So he has to do what he has to do. Is Max Verstappen the best driver in the grid, the best driver in the world? And if you want to be a world champion, this is it right here. You can prove you can try to snatch those those couple points ahead. Here we can actually see the gap here. Results. I'm not sure if it's updated. Hopefully it is. But yeah, at the moment, it's not far back, and there's only so many races left. I think here, schedule. What is it? Mexico, Brazil. It's probably Vegas, Abu Dhabi. 4, 5, 6 races. We'll check right after here. But let me check the results. Driver standings. So here, you have Oscar Piastri 336, Lando Norris 314, and then a Max at 381. So it's usually the Max is gonna get in that 300 range and see how far back he's right there with Lando, really kind of. Piastri still has a pretty decent gap ahead of Max, but we'll see what really happens there. And the constructors, I think this is really good for Ferrari. That you want to get that P2 spot in the constructors. You have I think they just managed to get a point ahead in the sprint. Um, and then now you have both of them up front, and if Kimmy just keeps, I won't say underperforming because he's a rookie and it's his first shot, but if Kimmy's not getting the results that he need, it's pretty much George Russell doing what he is. Um, Hamilton and Charles really need to clutch up and try. If Charles gets a podium, it's gonna be huge. You need something like that from Ferrari with George Russell winning 2 races so far this season, and the only thing Ferrari has won is a Lewis Hamilton sprint race, and that's pretty much it. Really, there's nothing Ferrari has to show this season. It's been really poor for Ferrari in general here. Williams is far back from the Red Bull Racing. I think I really like the duo of the Red Bull Racing with Liam Lawson and Hadjar. Will they both stay? Out of those 3, Tsunoda, Hadjar, and Liam Lawson, I think maybe Yuki. I've always liked Yuki. He's not my favorite, but yeah, I feel like he's just the odd man out. I do like the partnership of Hadjar, and if is Hadjar gonna get into the Red Bull next year, that's probably what you might see. Might happen there. We go to results. But yeah, Hadjar did have a even speaking of that, but Hadjar did have a bad what's it called? Qualifying. So we see here Hadjar, Liam Lawson. I mean, they're both technically Red Bull have the better car. Maxed out, but in general, this Red Bull has been performing until recently, until Max really stepped up in gear. And then the early swap with 2 races in, swapping Yuki Tsunoda for Liam Lawson. And honestly, I think that's probably benefited him. As quote unquote bad performances, Yuki has gotten. The Red Bull's built for Max, so you can't really, if you put Yuki in the Racing Bulls, he's gonna perform better than the Red Bull. If you put Liam as he is in the Racing Bulls, he's gonna perform better than the Red Bull. That's just how it is. Hadjar's doing really good for his rookie season. You can either put him or Kimi as what's it called? Rookie of the year. I wouldn't be surprised if Hadjar wins it. Maybe he does deserve it. But who knows right there? If Berman wants to get huge points, he has to go huge for tomorrow's race. I like Colapinto, but it's not going well for him at Alpine. But that's pretty much it here for the qualifying. Just a little my thoughts of everything, and we'll see y'all for the race later.